paper, I have a lot that fulfills me. I act, I'm in a band, I have a podcast, I collaborate with a bunch of really talented creators. And yet somehow, I'm still struggling to accept who I am. Those are all things that I do, the music, the acting, the podcast. But who am I? And what do I value? I recently went through a values exercise with Emma Sheridan, where we wrote down on a piece of paper the things that we value, the things that we care about the most. And it could be anything from the physical to the artificial to the concrete to the abstract. And I came up with a bunch of stuff, like there was no filter. So what do I care about? I care about my dogs. I care about my relationships. I care about financial independence. I care about creative freedom. Abstract things, superficial, but physical things as well. Things and people in my life who I value and trust and care for. And then it was about whittling it down to just a few things. And that's where the real challenge came in. It was picking just a handful of things that I actually genuinely care about, that I could not be without. One of the most important things that I whittled it down to was being creative. So creativity is one of my core values. Doesn't mean I'm the most creative person on the face of the earth. It doesn't mean I ever will be. But being creative in some capacity is an integral piece of the puzzle that makes me me. Another thing that ended up on my list of core values was the word wisdom. I know it's kind of cliche and woo-woo, but I don't know, it just felt kind of relevant to where and who I want to be. And that's not just wisdom in the sense of like cinematography and filmmaking. I want to be a wise director or creator or whatever, although that's certainly part of it. But a big part is just like life wisdom, ethereal wisdom, the wisdom to know when to let go of something, the wisdom to know when to continue to pursue something, the wisdom to know whether something is or is not serving me. There's a lot of stuff in my life that I feel like could use a wise approach rather than an impulsive one. And I just kind of strive to be a more wise individual. A big part of that puzzle is peace as well. Peace in knowing I made the right decisions. Peace in accepting that I probably didn't. Peace in knowing that I did the best that I could, not just for me, but for my dogs, for the people I love and care about. Some peace and quiet in my own brain would be nice. There's so much self-doubt and self-loathing up there that I'm just looking for it to quiet. So similar to wisdom, peace is a really important part of who I am and who I strive to be. If you follow me on social media at this point, I think it's pretty obvious by the frequency of my posts that I am deep in the throes of a phone addiction. I'm constantly making new things to put online, to share with people, desperate for their attention and validation. And if I think about the why, sure, there is some selfish, pick me, look at me energy. But I think the main reason that I do it is I long for connection. I just want to be seen. I want to be heard. Why? I don't know. One of my biggest reasons for creating, or looking for peace, or searching for wisdom is my desire to connect with others. It doesn't just mean intimate relationships. It means creative ones as well, personal, impersonal, saying hello to someone I see regularly at the grocery store, or interacting with other creators, or just talking to people online in the creative space. I just want to connect with people. I'm learning as I do it more that social media is actually sort of antithetical to connection. At this point, it doesn't feel social at all. It's certainly media, but I feel like I've lost that connectivity that I had when I first started making art, if we can call it that. Some of the things that I love to do most at this point are just talk to people. That's in the podcast space. That's in the workshopping ideas phase for music videos and short films. When I do my immersive acting, I like just talking to people in character. I just want to connect with people. My direct core value is connection. I want to connect with others. I want to relate to others. I want to create with others. And I think that's why I'm doing this. I encourage you at this point to try this exercise for yourself. Find out what it means to hone in on your core values. Write a bunch of things down on a piece of paper. Things that you relatively care about, whether that's comfort or, like I mentioned, financial freedom or creative independence or your plants or your pets or your family. And boil that down to a more central why. Why do you care about those things? I have a big expectation that for a while I'm still going to struggle to figure out who I am. But this has definitely gotten me one step closer. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for connecting with me. And let me know what your core values are and what you plan to do to make those a bigger part of your life. I love you. And I'll see you soon.